What up, what up, what up? Oshin's View the podcast. I'm your host, Oshin.
Yes, sir.
Little brother, Devin Epps. Big homie, Willie Negro.
Right.
We in the building today. You know, I always kind of have these conversations, and I try to avoid them at all costs. Because, you know, women, they have a warped way of thinking a lot of times.
We choose violence early today. Okay.
Yeah, I understand why they think that way, because it's a level of protection that they need to protect themselves. Because, you know, that's why I'm not a big on what's Good Morning Kings, Morning Queens. No, I'm not
Grand Rising.
Like, no, because I kind of feel like when you give certain titles and things like that, you have to actually, you know, be living up to a set title, even though we know nobody has any kingdom and all this other stuff. But there's a certain responsibility that comes with, you know, certain names, certain things. Mm-hmm. So me and a young lady were talking about, she was talking about fighting for a relationship. And it got me to thinking, is fighting for a relationship only considered fighting unless you're married? Because that was the kind of the stance I was taking. Like, you can't really fight for a relationship unless it's a marriage. Now I'm not saying everybody has to be married, because that's not on everybody's, you know, list of things to do.
Right.
So I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that marriage is the end all for everybody. But when I personally hear fight for a relationship, I kind of lean more towards the marriage thing. Was more legally binding, you know, a lot more time invested. Even though you can have a lot of time invested when it comes to a relationship. I'm just saying, I've been in enough relationships where it was a woman that I didn't want to lose, and I've done some crazy things for love and in the heat of the moment, things like that. Mm-hmm. But I kind of did it on the guise of, if this doesn't work, like pretty much I pushed all my chips to the middle of the pile. Right. And was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be over the top, because I need this to work. And if it doesn't work, now I'm lost. All my money is gone. Right. All my emotional baggage is gone. Everything is spent.
Right.
I'm bankrupt. Thank you. I'm bankrupt. But I'm done now. So that's how I know I'm done. Yeah. Because I know I've given everything that I had. Especially when there's nothing legally binding. There's no kids involved. There's no living arrangements involved, things like that. That was for me personally, even though I know that's not everybody's scenario. You know, you got people that are living with each other that aren't married. So it gets, you got people living with each other that have kids. They don't bring kids into it. You don't want to throw them out. You know, it's just a lot of things involved. So I guess my whole thinking, and you know, I want to hear y'all take on it. Is it only fighting? Is it worth fighting when you're not married, or is it only worth fighting when you're married?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Because me personally, I don't understand the idea of fighting for your relationship. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in your relationship, then what do you have to fight for? You know what I mean? It's just weird. But as far as the difference between being married and just boyfriend and girlfriend, me personally, I think I didn't think it was a big difference until I got married. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The only time that I really think fighting for a relationship is appropriate probably is when kids are involved. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want like when you hear somebody like Kanye, he's always talking about, look, I want my family. I'm fighting for my family. You know what I mean? When you ain't got kids, it's like, I mean, she might be a good woman or he might be a good man, but I don't know. Maybe it's just arrogance. I feel like you could find a good woman, another good woman, or a good man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, Dave, you kind of took the point right from me, Will. If we're not talking about children, or, you know, in the grand scheme of things, you're just two individuals. Like, that's what opens the door for the toxicity. That's what opens the door for at the end of the day. If that's not working, why are we fighting? Like, we shouldn't be fighting for harmony.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, that should come. That's while you're together, I thought you're looking for peace. You know, you're looking for peace in each other. So yeah, if it's not children involved or some sort of, honestly, other than that, I can't really see a reason to hold on to anybody else. Like,
I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons why people talk about holding on. Ladies. And best believe you're gonna have some ladies up here soon. So I don't want y'all thinking this is an all woman bashing show, because it's not. We respect and love the ladies. But you don't really hear guys talk about, I've invested too much time. Now we connect. I'm gonna tell you what we do connect, and this is probably gonna be shallow held up. We talk about the money we've invested.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. The money we've invested and how much we put into you to elevate you or whatever. That's where guys, and I guess in a roundabout way, it's still a level of investing. But when I hear women say things like, "Oh, I've invested too much time. I built this, that, and the third," I'm looking like, I can tell you a joke. Why women don't make good stock investors, because they'll continue to throw money into a stock that's clearly not going to yield any dividends and stay there under the guise of, well, at some point this stock has to pay off.
That also goes back to the motherly nurturing nature of a woman when they see somebody with potential and think that they can build this man up, and you look back 5-6 years and you done built him up to almost where you want to be. I'm not about to check out of that when he almost where I need him to be. Yeah, he cheated a little bit, but I can fix that. And once I fix that, I'll go. That's but behind why they feel like they've invested so much time, and really no, it's just who he is.
But even if you invested time, I be feeling like sometimes women feel like that's wasted time. I be feeling like, yo, we had a good run.
Yeah, we had a good game.
Like, it wasn't wasted time. Like, we had a good run. Like, it was
fun,
fun.
didn't you? Right.
Like, we was in this for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, but they be feeling. I feel like, yo, if it don't lead to marriage or whatever is in their head, they be feeling like it's just a waste of time.
No.
You know what I mean? We learned a lot from each other. We had a lot of good times, a lot of good memories. Like, I don't feel like it's a waste of time or a waste of money.
I liked you, and now I don't.
It's a waste of time. I'm gonna tell you when it's a waste of time. And this is not just to go against what Will said, because I agree with exactly what he said. But I'm gonna tell you when it is kind of a waste of time. If it's only just physical and there's no nourishment coming from it to feed your soul and things like that, then I can kind of see it being a waste of time. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the whole thing is this: if you're not taking anything out of that relationship that you can work towards something else to better yourself. All right, never mind bettering yourself with another woman or another man. If you don't have anything to take from that person that you could possibly better yourself with individually, and definitely you don't have anything to take it with somebody when you're going to another relationship, that might be turns a little waste of time.
All right, so you said if it's only physical. It's been some physical situations that was not a waste of time, bro. It's been some physical
will always make my day right.
And I learned a lot from, and I've taken with me, and I've gained some things. And some women that was way more experienced than I was.
Yes, sir. See, y'all, I get that. Y'all talking about actually, physically doing something, and I get that. Yes, there's a level of learned behaviors and things like that.
Okay.
But what I'm talking about on a holistic level of more than just physical. That's why I try to take it away from that. Now, just because y'all niggas don't know all the tricks, don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is this. Now I get it. I'm just switching tricks. What I'm saying is this. We all can learn some stuff, physically on how to please women. I get that. You can get that out of it. But in the grand scheme of saying, what this relationship can get out of it.
Right.
Maybe at its core, if it's just physical, maybe you're not fighting for that. You're not really fighting for that. You may miss it, but you're not fighting for it.
Very good point. Very good point.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not fighting for anything.
Yeah,
I just feel like, it shouldn't be a fight.
I believe fighting women, that's another thing. Women be like, well, you gotta fight for me. You hear this thing? Earn me. My thing is earn me, fight for me. Okay, I can go with the earn for a second.
Yeah.
But why does everything have to be a fight?
Earn me? That's weird, yo. Listen, just tell me what you need. That's it.
But how can they tell you when they don't know?
Huh?
They don't know.
Look, that's on them. Like, I can't, tell me what you need and I'll figure it out. Whatever. But earn me? That's crazy.
Earn me is, I'm sorry to cut you off, but earn me to me is a little connected to you're really trying to woo this woman. Because I'm with you too kind of on that earning part, but I'm trying to give women the benefit of the doubt of what they mean by earn. Because like I said, I've had to learn that a lot of women have been burnt. And we're going to take some of the residue. Even though as men we feel it's not fair that we have to take the residue of a past relationship, because what we got to give up too, we kind of give them residue of other relationships we had too. See, but the problem is, women always think that the residue that they're getting from us is hurt. It's not always hurt. Mm-hmm. That's their thing. It's always, well, who hurt you? No, she actually didn't hurt me, but
she showed me your bullshit.
She showed me some ways of women, because that's what men do. We look at tendencies in women.
Sir.
While women, they break their necks and jump through rings of fire to show how individualized they are. Mm-hmm. Men don't really do that. Now, us three right here, we all have different personalities. We all have different beliefs in a lot of things. But we also have a lot of things similar to one another, that if Dev might have some BS with him, and Will might have some BS with him, I might have some BS with me, that y'all got a little bit of that in y'all too. So it's not like, well, he's just totally different. I would never do that. I may do something and y'all might be like, I ain't gonna lie, that's something I would do the same thing. Men, we don't break our neck to be like, oh, all of us are different. We are, but there's a lot of us the same. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't believe we don't get riled up when chicks be like, oh, all guys are dogs. We don't respond because part of us is like, there's a little woof-woofish shit inside. Like, we get that. So we don't want to feel bad about it. Be like, nah, I'm tapping my feet. You right. We got some shit with that. So, with that being said, we're talking about fighting. The biggest fighter right now is Mr. Kanye West. Mm-hmm. We all know
every day I got to prove my love.
We all know what's going on with him and Pete Skeet Davis. And that's now his nickname until whatever. He's with Kim K. See, but Kim K has found herself in some water.
Yeah.
She's found herself in some hot water. From what I'm hearing is, my sources, I mean social media. Right. They what you call it, the word is, Ray J, another sex tape has emerged. Now, first off, I don't know about y'all, and I'm waiting to hear y'all take on it. I wasn't too impressed with the first one. I'm being perfectly honest. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I wasn't impressed with it because I'm looking like I said, I don't look at celebrity women as super unattainable. Now, granted, I'm not saying I'm walking around the street, I'm going to grab them. Kim Kardashian is walking right past me. But if I was in those circles, I think I would have a shot at hitting it. And then when I saw her work, I'm like, okay, whatever. So, but the thing that's killing me now is she's on some old, well, what happened last time is not happening again. And we looking like, and me on the outside looking in, I'm looking like, that, I'm not going to say that made you, but that gave you a certain level of infamy.
No, it definitely did.
And it definitely lined your pockets. And there's a thing, I'm not saying that made her a billionaire or whatever the amount of money she's got.
I'll take that a step further. Without that sex tape, we would not know the Kardashians like we know the Kardashians now.
Go for that.
At all.
That's true.
So it's another sex tape.
Yes.
Apparently.
Her and Ray J. See, I don't believe. See, when I see it, I'm definitely gonna see it. But what you call it?
Let's go.
And I'm gonna look. So my thing is it another session? Or is it the same session? Because we've all been there before. Everybody's phone has secrets.
Right.
All I'm saying is this: there's different tapings during each session.
Right.
So if that's kind of an extension of the same clip, and she just didn't want that to resurface,
we don't want that.
That's one thing. But if this is some new footage, like, Last time y'all in the bed, now y'all inside.
But I thought they had all the footage.
So yeah, apparently, and Ye's talked about it in the interviews. I believe he mentioned the song before, but Ray J had a laptop apparently with an additional sex tape on that he got back for Kim. No, I don't know if Ray J made another copy or there is just mad sex tapes of Ray J and Kim K just floating around. But apparently this was brought to her attention by her son, who saw an ad for it, or an ad for an article online. He ran and gave this information to his mom. Wow. His mom went and then told Kanye that this is happening again.
Oh, so she called Kanye?
Yeah, she called Ye. She called Ye about this.
You put a new twist on it. Mm-hmm. So let me get this straight. Mr. Stalker.
Yeah.
Mr.
You bothering us.
Just leave us alone. Me and Pete are trying to live in our heavenly bliss right now.
Uh-huh.
She called up. Now, I could say, what are you doing? But we get it. First of all, before I even get into that, are they divorced?
They are not legally divorced. They are separated.
Okay.
They are not
legally separated.
Legally separated.
Okay, they're legally separated. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. That's important. Because they have kids involved, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
So this child that found it,
that's Kanye's son.
That's Kanye's son.
Saint. Yes.
Saint. Okay,
yes.
Fine. Uh-huh. Well, I can see why she called Kanye. But the thing is this. She's calling because she wants him to eradicate the situation, or is it one of those, I thought you took care of this already?
See, though, that detail I'm not privy to. But I mean, like I said, from the beginning, I can understand our son discovers this, you called me for that. Let's discuss how this is affecting our children.
Okay.
But to take it the step further of, okay, this is happening to me, fix it. Hold on. Hold on. That's not my responsibility.
Would it be wrong if he said, tell Skeet that?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm sorry. I'm petty. That's just who I am as a person. But I'm going to tell you to call.
That's it. That's his son.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I get it.
Yeah,
but a little part of you was going to be like, "Yo, what's Skeet doing over there? Why you calling me?"
That's going to be my initial reaction. Now I might call back and say, "I'll see what I can do," but initially I'm going to tell you call Pete and then hang up.
See, the thing about it, Kanye is probably taking the stance of stepping in because I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt in terms of what he's probably thinking. Because I've been in a situation like that before, even though it was something physical, and his girlfriend got hit by a guy. We were at a party. Her current boyfriend at the time was at this party. Okay. And he got a guy, I think, grabbed her crotch or something like that. Yeah, he was wild. Yeah. Grabbed the crotch. She hit him. She's a woman. She was a young woman at the time. And the guy mushed her, kind of punched her in the face, something like that. She held the punch, dropped her, of course. Mm-hmm. But Duke was there. A friend of mine came running up to me saying, this is what just happened to her. Mm-hmm. Now my initial reaction was, this nigga's here. Yeah, right, go get that nigga's here. Why are you telling me? Or whatever. But then my man was looking at me like, yo, come on. Yeah. And I said, okay. So I had to think real fast in my head, like, okay, this is how this is going to play out. She's going to get hit. The campus doesn't know that we're broken up.
Right.
So if they hear that she got hit and I was at the party,
still coming back.
It's going. I'm going to take the L. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take the L. So for purposes of that, I handled the situation or whatever, yada yada yada. So I'm thinking Kanye is probably thinking along those lines because how is Pete going to take care of the situation? Him and Ray J never had that conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pete is not fighting anybody. So maybe I'm not calling him a punk, but I'm just saying that's really not how Hollywood takes care of business like that. They out each other on social media. So at the same time, there's a lot of stuff going on, and we got a lot to unpack. We're going to pay some bills for a second. This is Oshin's View, the view that matters. We'll be back in a second.
Peace.
Welcome back. It's Oshin's View. Only view that matters. I've been hearing some stuff about Cam Newton, and I've seen clips, but I want Will to fill me in a little more on what the situation was with Cam. Clearly, he has an issue with bad bitches. And when I'm saying bad bitches, let me put the air quotes up because this is not me talking. This is not mine. This is Nietzsche's.
So Cam is he in a hot seat right now. They killing him on.
This is Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Okay.
And they killing him on socials because he was saying, he basically was saying there's a difference between bad bitches and a good woman. And he was saying that you might be a bad bitch and you have all the things, but you don't know how to cater to a man. You may not know how to cook and clean, and you may, and then I think he used the word, you don't know how to be led by a man. Of course, he was generalizing. My question that I would throw out to y'all was he totally wrong? I know he getting killed, but was he wrong?
Man, no. to put it as simply as possible. Sometimes, as you know, the way that society is now, if you're following socials and you're keeping up with the way things are, it may not steer you in the direction of what it means to be a good wife. It's what I think that Cam was looking for. Now, he did generalize, or maybe he should have used preferences. He should have used preferential statements instead of generalizing all women, which is probably why he got in the hot water he did. But at the end of the day, he was on a show called $1 Million Worth of Game, and he was giving out free game. Like, this is, if you want to be coveted by a man, then maybe you should know how to cook. Now, I'm not saying every man requires this. I'm not saying that this is the every woman needs to be able to do this, but these are the things that men are looking for in women. Like, we want you to be able to cook. That would be great. If we're supposed to be leading in this relationship, if you're looking for leadership, you have to let us do that. And if the situation calls for you to shut the fuck up, then maybe you need to shut up. Every situation don't need your opinion. Like I said, now Cam being in the lofty position that he's been as an NFL quarterback, he's very public and he needs to watch his words. I am not any of those things, and I will say what I please. I agree 100% with what he had to say.
This is my thing with the whole bad shit, situation. I'm going to take a step away from that part for a second. I'm going to tell you what I always kind of have a problem with when I hear women say, let a man be a man. I don't really like that, because what are you letting me do? You're not letting me do anything. Like, I don't like
permission shit.
Yeah, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're letting me do it. Like, I'm not a child. You don't let me do anything. Because at the end of the day, you got a choice as a full-fledged grown woman adult to either follow or, however way you feel a situation needs to be handled. Now,
I could push back on that a little bit though, because nowadays a lot of women are in a position where they have to take on roles that are untraditional. They have to make decisions. They have to be breadwinners. They have to do these things for whatever reason, because men are absent, because they just have to go out and get it. So when you in a relationship, I think what they mean by let a man be a man is sometimes when you're used to doing these things out of necessity, now when man comes along, you have to take a step back and let him, like Dev was saying, let him lead. Let him do these things that you have been doing as an independent woman, and now you bringing something in. You have to take a step back and let them be a man. Do the things that traditionally a man would do.
This is my thing with that, though. And y'all know where I'm going with it. Spectrums. Because if the one side of the spectrum is you're used to doing things yourself, you have to take a step back. You don't hear men saying we're allowing a woman to be a woman, because we just do. We just do. See, the problem is this. Not the problem. The situation is this. We actually think of women a lot more than they think of themselves at times. I'm going to tell you why. Okay. When we're shocked when we meet a woman, okay, a guy that got himself together would be shocked to deal with a woman that doesn't have her own job, doesn't have her own place, isn't paying on bills. Like, excuse my language, and I know we're getting away from that. We consider that bum bitch behavior.
Yes.
Now, the thing about it is, some of these bum bitches look good. You know what I'm saying? They got to look real good. And niggas want a piece. Niggas want to hit that. Because it'll look like something. We'll either buy you some outfits since you're going out with us because we want you to look crazy. The world don't know that you a bum bitch, but you look good physically on the outside. Now, when you're talking about a guy dealing with a woman that he's like, all right, I might want to see what's up with her, we will be shocked. People like, okay, once she starts talking about where she lives at, what she does for a living, is that in the third?
Right.
That's cool. But we kind of expect to already have that stuff because most women got their stuff together. Honestly. Now, it's a lot that don't. Now, I ain't saying it's in the 80s.
Right.
It's a good 75%, I believe, got their stuff together.
Right.
But it's that bad 25% that's just roaming. And, you know what I'm saying? They just, and it's like, depending on the circles you're dealing in, you're going to run into that 25 before you run into that 75. You see what I'm saying? Like that. But the thing is, first of all, when the guy's up, we're not really looking for a woman to be ridiculously up. Now, he made a comment, because I looked at the clip, he made a comment about all the things that a woman has and stuff like that, and that's cool and all that. But a guy that's up, and I'm not talking about up a little bit, where it's like, well, I'm taking care of myself, and that's it. We talking, I can take care of my life and my lifestyle, and your life, and your lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? That's a different level of up. You gotta be super duper rich, but, you know, those things, up is up in terms of that. Whatever that number is for an individual. Okay, now the thing is, when women start to be like, I've heard women say things like, I had to learn to step back and stuff like that. To your defense in terms of that. Now, I can understand that learned behavior because a lot of times, if you get a group of women, if you get a woman that's kind of been raised by women, they're taking in all those relationships of their aunts, their mothers, their cousins, sisters, aunts, everything, because whatever the bad relationship was with that, they take that on. Now, you can also flip side it. You could tell the women that were raised around women that were actually, they had men in the household. They had the father was there, the mother was there, the uncle. They did the right things. What I always say is, if you look back in the days, I didn't really hear about child support as much as, I really started hearing child support heavy in the 90s. Because when I was coming up, you know how many uncles I got that was like, oh yeah, she got 5 kids, 2 of them is mine, I just raised the other 3. That was like a normal thing to do. That's what, and it appears that's what men just did. I didn't hear that. I know what I'm saying, they made it civil, but I'm looking like, once I started hearing about child support, then women, you start hearing things of, well, you know, he should just want to do the right thing by the kids. Once you put child support and things like that into place, now men ain't being men that way. We looking like, nah, you want to put me on the books?
Right.
Well, that's your responsibility. You need to go find that. So I understand why women have this mentality of, I have to do it all myself. But at some point, I feel, even at the beginning of a relationship, because I know you're itching to say something, at the beginning of a relationship, you at least, I'm not asking women to give the keys to the kingdom to the guy off top. Now, in that case, I believe he needs to earn it. I believe he needs to earn it. He needs to earn the right to be like, yo, you need to follow me. Right. Not just because to their defense, they've been in relationships where dudes have said that they're going to do things and carry it a certain way, and they let them down. So in that case, the men got to earn.
So going off of that, but I believe that Cam Newton is, like you said, speaking from a lofty position.
Yes.
And I think he's speaking for him and men like him who had accumulated a lot of resources,
right?
And they don't necessarily. It's not a necessity for a woman to come in with a bunch of resources, physical resources. What he's looking for, and what men with a lot of resources are looking for, is a woman to come in and nurture them, care for them, build them up.
Yes.
Do things like that. Not necessarily go out and get it. But so, which leads me to another question. Can a woman do both? Can a woman be a woman that goes out and get it, and the nurturer, come home and cook and let their man lead and do all these things? Can a woman do both? What you think?
Honestly, yes, I do. Like, and those women are in beautiful, healthy relationships. Like, we all can't be perfect. Like, we all can't, hit every checkpoint on every checklist. But you can do your damnedest, and some people excel at that, and others don't. And it just so happens that the ones that don't are everywhere. So we're going to talk about the ones who can't all the time. Yo, happy people don't complain. So you're not going to hear about it. You're more so to complain, voice your opinion about something that you don't like, rather than shout to the mountaintops about something that you are enjoying. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not receiving something at home, y'all gonna know that I'm not receiving that at home. Mm-hmm. But if everything's good, everything's good. What are we talking about?
And I think that Cam is getting killed by the people that everything is not good.
Exactly. And I mean, you white
most
stripper,
people,
so
his comments just roll. What?
Can't baby mother ain't shit. God, I'm sorry.
Come on.
Look, he's speaking from a hurt place, man. That's why this conversation is going.
How do we get here?
Listen,
that's called context.
Yeah, it's called context. Hurt people hurt people.
I didn't know.
Hurt people.
I didn't know that his baby mother was a stripper. Not that makes it any less.
No, it doesn't make her less of a woman. I'm just saying that he's coming from a place of hurt, and he's talking. He's making complaints. He's talking about what he has not had. He's talking about his experiences.
Wow.
Because he lacked. He's voicing his opinion. If Cam was in a happy, healthy, you said what?
It's just his baby mom. Like, was they in a relationship?
Yeah, it was an on and off relationship for a while. I mean, I was a Cam Newton fan, so I followed his career.
And you're a fan of toxic relationships.
Yeah, and still a connoisseur. So not only am I applying, I'm president, but so I've seen what's going on with Cam. So I can understand that if Cam was in a healthy and happy relationship, he wouldn't have been talking about that $1 million worth of game.
I'm going with that. That's like you said, context.
Well, I didn't even realize that his kid's mother was a stripper and stuff like that.
Nothing wrong with being a stripper.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's never. If her being a stripper doesn't put a stain on her character, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is their relationship didn't work. Though. I did kind of say it like that, but I mean, it is what it is.
No, it can be laid down. It can be
both things.
Two things can be true. Because my thing is this whole theory with strippers, and first off, Cam has resources, money, millions, all that stuff like that. If he's choosing to deal with you and stuff like that, if you're really stripping because you need money, but you with a millionaire dude, but you keep doing it. That's what you like to do. Yeah. That's what you like to do. This is who you are. Right. This is who you are. You see what I'm saying?
What's wrong with liking the strip, yo?
No.
Listen.
Liking the strip and being a wife are two things that do not work together.
I don't think, I can't, I don't think
Call me crazy, call me traditional.
I've dealt with strippers before a little bit.
And you ain't gonna wife them?
No. Because it was capped. I put this. That's when I'm single, I would cap the relationship. Even if it's up here in my mind, I would cap it. Or whatever. Mm-hmm. And y'all know what I mean by capping. I know as far as I'm going with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so my feelings,
limit to my love.
Yes. And it's not even just that. Now on top of that, even with your time spent. Because you can cap a relationship by yourself. And maybe women cap relationships too. You might want to see, this is what goes back to me talking about the physicalness of like if you dealing with somebody based off just physicalness. What I'm saying is this. You can cap it because if you want to hit it every day, that's one thing. That's still time spent. Sometimes I've had times where I'll be like this. I don't have nothing to do. I don't have nobody coming through. But I've already seen you 2 days in a row. Yeah. Can't see you 3 days in a row. Can't do 3.
But let's take it.
Cause.
But let's take it off of stripping.
Okay.
What if you just love your job and you love your job, but it takes time away from your man? You see what I'm saying? Like, so this is what I'm saying about people, men that have resources, that are rich. You know what I mean? They would prefer their woman to be available. Yes. And that's where you get the contrast.
Beck and call. They beck and call.
Not beck and call, but available.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Rich dudes, I'm thinking rich dudes is beck and calling. put it this.
Rich dudes is busy. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
So I need you available when I'm available.
Okay.
I just need you to be more available. I don't need you to be busy too.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's where you get the clash of bump head. That's why I said if she likes stripping, she likes stripping. But if she like whatever career she was in,
stockbroker,
she like that. Right. You know what I mean?
Stockbroking is one thing, stripping is something totally different.
But what I'm saying, it might require
because of the stigma that comes along with stripping.
It's the stigma. It's the stigma and the connotation that comes along with stripping. Because stripping, the thing about stripping, we're gonna get off that in a second. The thing about stripping that doesn't make it like cool to just say, well, maybe she just like stripping. No, because the whole thing is this: stripping is money. It's all about money. I'm not saying it's just gonna, because I know somebody gonna be in the comments saying a job is a job. No, the difference is this: because that same $500 that you make, let's just say, I'm just throwing a number out there. Let's say $500 a night that you make. But if you with a rich dude and you what you call it, I know it's more than that, but I'm just saying, you with a rich dude and then some strippers not making $500 a night. Because everybody's not popular. Exactly. And they put this, they're making way less. They doing a lot more. They're still making less. So don't make it look like stripping is all everybody's just popping off.
Right.
So what I'm saying is this: if somebody has means of you to not have to take off your clothes, because I'm sorry, there's a certain level of degradedness when it comes to stripping. And I'll be honest, I'm not really a strip club type person. Honestly, have I ever visited them? Yes, of course, I'm a guy. I've had fun with them. This, that, and the third. But that's not really my thing. But the whole thing is this: if I can replace that where you don't have to do this, because there's a little bit of morality involved with that as well too. Because the whole thing is this: we all can play this pimp and dive. Yo, I don't care. I'm a player. This, that, and the third. Yo, you a special kind of dude if you cool with niggas touching your woman or smacking your woman and this, that, and the third or whatever. Like it's difference. It's a difference. Have I had females that I know that have dealt with other dudes and I'm just like, shit, as long as I'm getting mine, it is what it is. But when it comes to somebody that you in a real relationship with,
no sharing.
You like, that sharing thing is something totally different. It's a different feel. And you got to put your mindset into another whole nother space. Gotta put it into a whole nother space. But for all y'all that's stripping out there, we appreciate y'all. Continue to make your money. Nobody's knocking your hustle. Get your money.
No shame for the sex workers.
No shame in the joint. We gonna come back. We got a nice juicy topic coming up. The social view. Only view that matters. Yup. Welcome back to Oshin's View. Only view that matters. This topic right here is about to be some furniture moving in people's house or in their car. I suggest you don't listen to this with a significant other.
Spoiler.
Or not. Just spoiler.
Spoil your relationship.
Matter of fact, no. I take that back. You actually might need to listen to it with a significant other, a boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever. The infamous going through your partner's phone.
Sheesh.
Well, I'm just throwing it out there now because the questions are going to come. Have you ever done it? Yes, I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
And I no longer do it because you take all kind of L's when you do it. And the thing about it is this: like I said earlier, there's secrets in everybody's phones. Whether you, and it doesn't, see, the thing about the secrets is this: a lot of times there's no context behind, especially when it comes to messaging. Now, video, pictures, it is what it is. That's a little more concrete. But the messaging and how things go, this is the first thing. The saying goes, if you look for something, you'll find it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've actually ventured to have conversations with women, and I've told them, they've asked me before, well, why did you look? And I will be honest, why did I look? Because I didn't want to find nothing.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I looked to not find anything. Because that's the whole thing. Now, somebody else can can say, well, if you didn't believe something was happening, then why'd you look? No, that's just I know the R words will get thrown around, insecurity or this, that, and the third. Men have tuition too. We don't get it celebrated the way a woman's intuition is, but we got intuition too. So, if you feel, you know what, the phone is there, and for whatever reason, because there's a billion reasons why you choose to look at somebody else's phone, but for whatever that reason is, that was your reason. Now, when I was asked, why did I look? I said I was hoping to find nothing. Because then you'll probably never look again. And then that's when all kind of shit can happen at that point.
I don't know. But you was looking for something.
In a small and roundabout way, something to be like, haha, I knew it was this, but then part of you was like, I'm hoping I don't find anything or whatever.
So my thing is, I go the opposite way.
It's a dangerous game.
You're looking for something. If you're looking in somebody's phone, you're looking for something. Now you may hope that your suspicion is wrong, but you're looking to find something.
Yeah.
You have an inclination, intuition, suspicion, something, and you're looking in that phone to validate or invalidate what you're thinking.
Yeah, okay, that's true. 100%.
You know what I mean? So it does stem from some type of insecurity in your relationship or some type of feeling that you have towards your significant other. It's the only reason that you would look through somebody's phone.
That's true.
Listen, I take the reverse Mario Winans approach on this. I need to know. I want to know. I can't be in a situation where I feel like I'm left in the dark. So, yeah, you leave your phone around me, I'm going through that shit.
Oh,
I'm going through the fucking phone.
This is crazy. What is going on?
If I get sick behind it, but I'm going to look.
I can kind of.
Why?
I can kind of.
What are you looking for?
To see if you're doing some stupid shit. I'm looking.
You is really toxic, Tony. Like, what is you doing?
I'm looking and I'm looking thoroughly. I'm looking at the friends text. I'm looking through the inbox of the social media. I'm checking the text messages. I'm checking the.
I've never looked through anybody's phone.
Yeah, well, good for you.
Yeah, you.
For me,
as they say, as they say on other shows, you're a better man than me.
Yeah, and I'm not doing it on a regular basis, but
you just
4, 5, 6 months.
If you leave your phone around me,
yeah.
I'm going.
No, I'm saying after the initial.
So you have no problem with somebody going through your phone?
Oh, of course I do.
This is right.
Of course I do. Touch my shit? You crazy? Touch my phone? What's wrong with you? It's personal.
Yo,
my most prized possession of don't touch my phone. But if you leave your phone around, I'm going to look for it because I know shit in my phone. Like so.
So you because you know it's.
I know it's shit in my phone, so I know there's something in your phone.
There's nothing
and if it's
in my phone, yo.
if it's not, shame on me, and I'll get my life together. But there hasn't been a time yet when I haven't found something.
Now there's truth to that. I think one time I've never found anything. Most times, even like this, go through if you just got friends, go through a friend's fucking phone. There's like I said, the secrets, because the whole thing is this, unless it's something super concrete like pictures and videos and stuff like that, everything else, okay, if you work 12 hours a day, I'm throwing a scenario out there. You work 12 hours a day, you got a significant other or whatever, you're not always speaking with that one the whole day. You might have an old female friend or a guy friend that y'all just, hey, what's going on? Y'all might have good conversation. Y'all might have some inside jokes or inside conversations that y'all have had. Y'all might not ever get up. Ever. But he or she is one of the persons that you speak to throughout the day. Right, okay. Because it kind of helps you get through the day.
Right.
Now the thing about it is this. With that comfortability comes certain things that might be said in that conversation that if somebody from the outside, the person that's looking at the phone, they don't get it because it might look raunchy or sound raunchy to them. Because if it's a guy or a woman that you've already went there with,
which is exactly the reason why you shouldn't be going through the phone.
Yeah, but the whole thing is
you don't have the context.
So what makes you so let's take it from this point, because you make a lot of sense there, but let's take it from this point. What would make you go through the phone? Outside of it's insecurity, stuff like that, I believe it's the behavior. That's what triggers That's what triggers the phone thing, honestly.
I'm not going through a phone.
Ever.
Based on
Why?
Ever.
Why would I go through a phone?
So
Either I got some.
I don't know that.
So
You
God,
get it.
God forbid.
You get it.
God forbid.
I know what
You feel it's the relationship is getting a little tumultuous. Okay, y'all ain't been vibing the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Something's just been off, right?
Right.
She's out of the room. The phone rings at a weird time of night, right?
Yeah.
She comes back. She looks at the phone. She gets a little iffy in her actions, right?
Right.
Somebody just called you. Oh, I don't know. I'm not worried about that. And that happens continuously for maybe a week or so.
And she normally picks up the phone.
Yeah, all the time. All the time. She answers the phone all the time.
Uh-huh.
Now she not, and you've seen the number. It's not saved in the phone.
Right.
But you've seen this number come up more than once now.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I said, who is this?
Who is this? And she won't. It's always a vague answer. And maybe you asked and the answer changed.
What
so
is
maybe
it?
she said, this is somebody from work. And the next time she said it's a cousin.
So then you say, which one is it? A cousin or somebody?
But she's already lied to you.
Right. Yeah. That's the
So
problem.
you don't want to find out on your own.
No,
check
you
the
already
source?
lied to me.
Okay. I get where you're going. You just don't. So you are. I don't want to know.
Here lies the problem. You've lied to me.
Okay. So you don't want to find out that lie for yourself, or once the lie has already been told.
No, it's a lie. Like I don't need validation. Like you lied to me.
Okay. All right.
Like why do I gotta go through your phone? First of all, it's a mad effort. I'm not doing it. Don't go through my phone. My phone has been going through,
Mm-hmm.
and they found nothing. Listen, man. I don't got nothing. I'm me. 100%. Yes, and that has happened to me, where some text messages have been taken out of context.
Right.
And the crazy part is, it wasn't even like a chick I was talking to. It was just a number of somebody that I worked with. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then when they figured that out, it felt a little bit crazy.
When you're not, that's what I'm saying. Okay, perfect situation, great relationship. You find something you don't like. You shouldn't have been on the phone anyway. It's easily explained away. But every situation isn't perfect. And situations may change due to life experiences. But you're saying that under no circumstances,
listen,
none whatsoever.
First of all, I'm not like you guys.
Okay, obviously.
I don't. No. Not in that. Not in that vein.
I want to know what he mean by that.
I don't even.
No. I know you both.
Right.
There was a time when y'all was ripping and running.
Yes.
True.
Ripping and running. I am a relationship type of guy, bro.
That's true.
Right.
Like, so y'all go through phones because y'all know how y'all do.
All right.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So
y'all project that onto.
I also am a firm believer of like-minded individuals coming together. And on your situation, the relationship, like-minded individuals got together.
All right, y'all project that onto your partner. Like, listen, if I do it, I know you'll do it. You know what I mean? So that's why y'all go through. I'm not doing that.
You know what? I might need to change my life, Will. You know what? You've made a great point. Seems a lot less stressful living this way.
Oh, you mean living the holier than thou life?
Yeah, right.
I'm not holier than thou.
So I can condemn niggas when I get to the podcast.
Oh, so no, I'm just saying, Will, he's just, we all don't have the ability just to put our phone face up.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like that. He's a face up. He's a face up.
100%.
No passcode.
No passcode.
That's wild.
Unlocked.
I have no passcode on my phone.
Whoa, shit, I broke a sweat just hearing you say that, Will. No passcode.
No passcode.
Where's your security?
Huh?
Face up.
Suppose you just lose your phone. Then what?
It's lost, bro.
Damn. Yeah, shit.
I only know about
that deep.
I only know about 3 more hymns.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
This nigga's a Mohican.
In the world. Well,
Y'all feed into y'all exacerbate the stereotype that all men are dogs, yo.
Oh, I honestly and truly, all men aren't dogs, and Will, you are a prime example of it. I honestly don't identify as a dog myself. But with that being said, we are speaking in generalities and for the people, and I am a man of the people.
Man,
Now what I could say in terms of being on the other side of man of the people, I don't really subscribe to the whole dog notion either.
Yeah.
But I would say I was more opportunistic.
There you go.
I was more opportunistic with situations. Now, I personally believe there's not a guy on the planet that if, let's just say, because you know who we call the universal Dom, whenever somebody says a Dom.
Yeah.
Who we talking about? Halle Berry. Okay. Regardless of any other past transgressions, she's recognized as the Dom.
She's gorgeous.
If Halle Berry is in your crib, for whatever reason, 3 a.m, you open the door, she's there, you looking like, and she's like, oh, I got let in by whatever, whoever. Whatever reason, she got in. And you could be married, full-fledged relationship, whatever. And she's like, look, kid, let's just have this night. I'm taking that. Because this ain't happening again. And the whole thing about this, I didn't ask for this to happen. I didn't ask for this to happen.
You chose me.
You know what I'm saying?
I said I'm a relationship guy. I never said I was perfect.
Right.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to know. I wanted to know where this was going.
And listen, man, I've been married for 10 years.
Uh-huh.
If that Halle Berry situation happened to me, the reality is I would want to call my wife and say, hey, guess what just happened?
That was my happy Baby, listen,
you're going to have to forgive me later, but this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I came home. Remember when you went to Vegas? Yeah.
Remember I was watching Monsters Ball. Like, remember that? All that happened.
It feel good. Yes, it did.
Well, in summation,
right.
Well, in summation, if you go through somebody's phone, prepare for whatever you're going to get, or prepare for whatever you're not going to get. But it's a slippery slope. There's no kind of two ways about it. It really is. It's kind of, if you do it or you don't. That's it. And if you're a person that does it, good luck. If you're a person that doesn't, like this conquistador over here.
First of all, you started off by saying, I used to do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know it's a connotation to it. Y'all is tripping.
No, I get it. And I get why I used to do it. Or whatever.
Why you don't do it no more?
Because, first, you want to ask me, you want to play this. You want the real reason why I don't do it no more? I got tired of hurting me. That's it. That's just what it was.
Look, and I'm still doing it because I ain't been hurt enough.
I got tired of hurting me. I'm looking like, it got to the point where I was like, this is just self-inflicted.
What am I doing?
What more do you need to see? Like, did you see one terribly horrible thing? You don't need to see it again. So it's just like this. So that's why I just said, you know what? It's to the point I'm shooting myself in the damn foot. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So that's what drove me out that business or whatever. But I'm hoping everybody else is not there. But we're about to get up out of here. You know, we got a lot of real good episodes coming up. It's going to be displayed on all the platforms.
Yes, sir.
We're going to get it straight on Apple Music for those that got Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud. What is the other one? Our super producer Greg, is it Anchor? I said it right because I'm normally saying something else.
Right.
Anchor, and of course YouTube. So we'll just have a little patience with us. We're going to have one up and running. This is Oshin's View, the only view that matters. Take care of yourself and everybody else. I know we want to talk to Dev. You got something to say?
Shout out.
What?
Shout out to Ben, man.
That was
Shout out to Will. Just trying to get you to point at everybody.
Okay. Little Rubber Devin episode. What you call it? Will, Billy Negro.
I'm back down.
Catch us on 40. What you call it? That was terrible.
Hey, yo, leave it all in.
We
trying
to wrap it up. This is what we're dealing with. No, I don't see the red button. Thank you. We trying to wrap it up. Our super producer, who he goes from 90% accuracy to 40% every day. But he's still our producer. This who we. I'm going to stay with him. This is who your producer is. I'm going to stay with him. I'm going to stay with him. And that's just that. Catch us on IG, Oshin's View, OSHINSVIEW.
Yes, sir.
And just follow up, click on our YouTube channel, Oshin's View, the podcast. You're going to have everything there, and we're going to get out of here. Take care of yourself, take care of everybody else. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.